Hey guys, it's me, Lego Master 627, and today I am here with another Saturday story. Well, technically this is actually part 2 of last week's story video, which is how I came up with the names of the areas in the backyard. Yeah, if you've not checked out part 1, which was last week, I really recommend you go watch that before you watch part 2, which is this video, because that one explains the first set of areas. In part 2, which is right now, I'll be telling you guys the last 3 areas that I came up with the names with, which are the new backyard areas. Around 4 of them you already know, but 3 of them you do not know their history to. So with that said, I hope you guys enjoy part 2. The first one is, of course, the tripod area. The tripod area was created on July 2nd, 2018 inside the backyard video. Well, obviously it was during my popularity days. But you might ask, why did I name it the tripod area? You know, the little place with the fence? Yeah, I'm talking about the one. And by the way, the footage you're seeing right now is the exact video where I created it. So yeah, because obviously if I didn't have the footage, then you guys would probably not even know what the heck is going on. But, guys, you might wonder, why did I name it the tripod area? Well, the whole reason I decided to name it the tripod area is because, well, that background right there with the fence actually looked it was just like a really good background to, fit the tripod. So what did I do? I bring the tripod out, then I test it, and it actually came out perfectly. So after I tested it to make sure everything was okay and everything was alright, to make sure it would be called the area for the tripod, I later named it, you know it, the tripod area. So yeah, everything went really good with the tripod. I tested everything to make sure, again, everything was okay, to make sure that this would be a very good area for the tripod, and you know it, because it's now called the tripod area, you know that it worked. So yeah, it was obviously because that was probably just the best place for the tripod. And we didn't really actually have a tripod area back in the old backyard. I mean, technically, where we technically put the tripod back in the old backyard was the tree next to the pump house, but that was not really named for tripod. This was now named for the tripod, and which you know today. So, yeah, that's pretty much all why this was named the tripod area. Again, because the background for a tripod scene was actually really good, and would definitely fit it. So that's why I called this the tripod area. Next, the second area to technically be named was, of course, the workshop. Now, oh, guys, as a lot of you know, with this very room, it has gone through a lot of changes. Just like my original old area, the top of the pump house. So you might ask, why did I have to change the name from top of the pump house to workshop? Isn't it already obvious? Because I changed locations. I mean, come on. You probably would have never believed that. So of course, I had to change the name of my storage area from top of the pump house to the workshop. Now you might ask, what got me the name for workshop? Well, if you're asking that, which you might be, if you want to really know, and the reason I had to change it and how I got the name, well, I obviously had to change the name, because of course, different location. I mean, that was already 100% obvious once you saw it. But you didn't really know what it could have been at first when you first saw it on June 17th, 2018. When you first saw the room, it was just an empty little room with grass with all my stuff. Later on, it got a bunch of improvements. The real building actually began on July 4th, then again on July 5th, then again on, give or take, August 25th, then again on September 1st, then again on October 7th, and then finally on October 20th it was complete. But again, I'm going to tell you guys right now how I got the name for the workshop and how I came up with it. Well, technically, the whole reason I kind of came up with the name of workshop was, again, obviously to, replace the original name of the Top of the Pump House, of course, because you obviously know I'm not even there anymore. But whole reason is, guys, is as a lot of you probably could have tell by the way I was technically designing the room, you probably would have known like how it could have been named by by how you knew that I was designing the room. And I don't know why I paused that there, but you probably could have already tell how I was designing the room, and you probably would have thought, oh hey, he's kind of designing it like a workshop. Maybe you'll probably go with that. But you probably could have you guys probably would have already found that obvious by the way I was designing the room. I was kind of designing the room like a workshop, and indeed I was correct. Many months later, I think we're all correct with that. AKA, hold on, let me get to the clip so you guys can see this. Hold on, I'm gonna show you guys the clip. Obviously, this is the first part of the workshop. So, I mean, once you see this, what you guys saw on October 20th, you could have already noticed that I called it, you guys could have already known that it would have been called the workshop eventually because of the way I was designing everything. I mean, this is obviously not what the workshop looks like right now, because this is obviously during, October, of course. I mean, obviously, workshop looks like the way you saw it yesterday and today. But, yeah, by the way I was designing the room, when I was designing the room, the way we were designing it, it looked like we were making a workshop. And it really actually did look like we were actually making a workshop. So, technically, in actual reality, we named it the workshop because technically that's kind of where all my stuff would have been. So yeah, because that's where all my stuff would have been, and the project table would have been the main part of the room, which indeed it is, and will always be there to this day, and will never ever go away unless it falls apart. But I highly doubt that will ever happen. But yeah, the project table was mainly supposed to be in the room, and to this day, it shall is and will always be in the room. I mean, come on, you probably could never ever guess how this project table can never ever be out of this room. Because 100%, it is 100% attached to those two poles, and will never ever be unattached. Ever. It will never be unattached. So, yeah. Oh my god. But yeah, we again named it the workshop because obviously we were designing the room like a workshop, and it looked like a workshop. Everything looked like a workshop. So it gave me the perfect name to obviously replace the original name Top of the Pump House with, you know it, the workshop. And obviously again because we were technically designing the room like a workshop, which it was actually my plan to actually design it like that, seeing as we didn't have our original structure anymore, which was of course that two-story, little play area up there, which was of course the Top of the Pump House. But other than that, there is still one more area that needs to be discussed, and that is none other than the pond view. Now, of course, the footage I'm showing you was actually the footage from episode 299, part 6, but I'll give you guys in full detail. So, actually, yeah, let me just give you guys in full detail. The pond view, which, guys, at first, technically, this footage was made before I even named this area, so, yeah. This is actually how it was made. So, you might ask, why did I name this the pond view? Well, technically, the area was technically behind a pond. Well, it was actually in front of a pond. Technically, we saw the view as, well, Hold on, let me get a better footage for you. Look, see? The view is a clear difference. Hold on, let me show you that. See? I told you. This is probably why I named it. The area was technically outside of a certain pond, aka in front of it. And I'll even give you a little closer back. Sorry that I'm mixing all this up, guys. I just want to give you guys a clear view of this. Yep, the pond view was... Yep, if you take a look at the little landscape, even though I'm showing you guys the Christmas Party 2018 footage, even though I'm still showing you that, you can still see some clear difference for the pond view. Yeah, see look, it's literally right in front of a pond. I mean, how could you not find that obvious? I mean, the field is technically a part of the pond. Well, it's still like in front of the pond. See look, hold on. Yep, clear difference right there. Like, right there. Look, see? Exact view. Literally, the pond is literally right there. And yeah, you can still see it at the field too. So, that's one thing you can see. Look, see? Well, I'm actually showing you the footage from yesterday's backyard video, but it still declares. The view was still technically in the way here for the pond. Like, there was not really that much space like behind the area because obviously there was a lanai back of it, like in the back. But technically, if you wanted to look out between the fence, literally the only thing you have a view of is the pond. And that's why I declared this room the pond view. And that's it. That's literally all the rest of the rooms. The rest you already know, which are of course the field, treehouse of the garden itself, and the shed. You already know what those are known for, so that's why I'm not telling you in this video. I really do hope you guys actually enjoyed this episode of Saturday Stories. Remember, this was part 2 to last week's. And yeah, that's cool. Other than that, guys, next week's story on March 2nd will be really interesting. So I'll see you guys there for that next Saturday, along with, of course, Creativerse. That's next Saturday too. But the videos coming tomorrow obviously include the Sunday vlog, which 100% sure, guys, will be at the church. 100% serious. It will actually be at the church tomorrow. I'm 100% actually being 100% serious. It will actually be at the church tomorrow. Not only are we doing Sunday vlogs, we're also doing Legos Island for Mission 2 of Operation Wilderness. And who knows what the last video will be? Meh, we'll find out eventually. But those are the only 2 I can think of. And are actually coming. Alright guys, I'll see you tomorrow for the Sunday vlog. Goodbye!